Hello and welcome to another episode of Coffee Break with CoffeeBot. I'm Julia.
I'm Jessica.
And I'm Alvin.
Hello, and today, if you noticed on our social media accounts, we had pizza because it's
Inauguration Day.
Yay! First president from Mindanao. That's why we're celebrating, and shout out to Mama Maria Pizza. Yeah, they had a 2-in-1 promo, so that's why we're able to have a little celebration. So, this is our guest, Aldwin. He's actually one of our new hires. Can you tell us a bit more about yourself?
I'm a fresh graduate from USEP, and 22 years old. That's it.
So, what's your course?
Information technology.
Is that like a Duterte shirt?
More like Francis M. type.
Okay. Okay, so there's actually a really good reason why we invited Aldwin to be our guest today, because if you notice in our title, do you feel safe online? Because last week or in a couple of weeks ago, there's been some news about Sundar Pichai. The CEO of Google, his Quora account was hacked, and when when Instagram celebrated their 500 million subscribers, there was this picture of Mark Zuckerberg, and people noticed that he was a bit of a security hack.
Yes. So his cam and microphone were both taped. They're covered.
So why is it important to practice personal security? And actually, if you have a business online, why is it important to practice security and privacy?
And is it just paranoia, or is there a reason to cover your webcams? Can hackers really access your computer or gadgets and take like videos and photos of you?
They could if it depends on how good they are, but when we're talking about if it's possible, yes, it is possible. And there are movies that where it is about the hacking. They can access your phone camera. It was actually true, and I don't know how it works, but it is possible, very possible.
But have you personally experienced, or do you have friends who personally experienced
Getting hacked or hacking?
Yes.
It's okay.
And hacking is it is very complex, and it really needs a wide knowledge about networking, computer networking.
But I've also seen in some YouTube videos and some documentaries that one of the biggest security breaches isn't really technical, it's more personal.
Yeah.
Like when you don't change your passwords or when you share your passwords. So that's actually that's something a hacker can easily obtain if you don't change your passwords often.
Yes, and it's also one of the reasons why the LinkedIn breach was very controversial, because your birthday is there, maybe some professional information, and other people might use that as a password. So that's why it was also very scary.
But what about you, being an IT graduate? What personal security habits do you practice, and what do you recommend?
In making password, it is really not recommended to use your birthday as a password. Or your phone number, or your pet's name, or anything that will point to you. A very good example of a password is for example, your favorite code. Then use the capital letters of your favorite code and add some numbers and symbols, and it is a good password. So the point is, do not create a password that it will link to you.
So anything.
Like your
birthday,
birthday, your mom's name, or anything, because it will just be easily decoded by the hackers.
But what about people who use password managers or those software that automatically generates passwords?
LastPass,
Yes.
for example.
It is also good, but I think it is better if you create your own because it is just easy. For example, your favorite quote is "May the force be with you." Take the first letters of it and add numbers, and it will just easy for you to access, and it is hard for the hackers to get your password.
How often should you change your password?
I really don't know what is the proper, but I think it at least twice a year. I think.
But it's not just in the password. Like in Sundar's case, he was hacked using his Quora.
Yeah.
So it was just a small breach in Quora, and they used it in order to hack his
Twitter.
his Twitter. So Mark Zuckerberg was also hacked previously, but it was using the information that they got from LinkedIn. I believe they were able to hack his Twitter and Pinterest accounts.
Yes, Pinterest.
Yes, Pinterest. So those are two different scenarios, and it's also one of the reasons why we should be careful about the accounts, because there are so many sites that allow you to register using your Google account or using your Facebook account. So maybe once there's a breach there on those platforms or on those apps or whatever, they can easily get your other information.
But I understand why it would be more convenient to have this accounts linked.
Yes.
Because, for example, if you want to just post once, so you would want your Facebook to be linked to your Twitter, to be linked to your Instagram. So that is but how about you? Do you recommend linking accounts, or should they be individual? You shouldn't link your accounts.
I think it is more advisable if you create a separate account for your social and a separate account for your professional account.
Separate email.
Separate emails because my teacher told me that
Which teacher?
My networking teacher.
Shout out to your prof.
Hi, sir. He said that it is really recommended. For example, when his university account is different from his Facebook account because once when your Facebook account is hacked, it is much easier than your professional account. Then it's dangerous for you. So.
And I understand because let's say you have both a professional and a personal social account. Having either one hacked is scary, but for me it's scarier when you have both, or when you have for me it's scary to have your personal account hacked because you are usually more open to sharing personal information like your schedule, where you live, where you go on vacation, what you've bought. And when you have a professional account, you're a little more professional, so you don't share as much personal information. So I like the idea of having two separate accounts.
Another thing that I'm afraid of is losing my phone.
Yes.
Because I have a lot of stuff installed, and of course it doesn't require you to enter a password before they can open anything. So it's one of the reasons why I'm considering using Evernote, because the passlock feature that they had before for paid accounts, so they're already opening it for the free accounts.
Okay.
So I'm very fond of writing notes, including my bank details. I just put it there just so I don't forget, or when I need to place it somewhere. So it's all there, and it's very scary. So I'm also beginning to consider adding some security functions on whatever it is I can add.
Is it true that you should make it a habit not to turn on your Bluetooth, because a lot of us are actually dependent on
It's
Bluetooth for
on person of interest. So yeah, whether it's Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, they can connect your phone.
I know it is more on internet, and Bluetooth is just what do you call this?
Transfer what?
More on transferring file, but it can only you can only access the closest closest cell phone. So, actually, Bluetooth is starting to get obsolete now.
Oh, okay.
People mostly are using Share It. You know Share It.
No.
Not yet.
It is
You have to teach us.
thrice faster than Bluetooth.
I see.
Oh,
Okay.
And you got that here. So,
Share It.
is it something that has the share come with Android or iOS updates, or it's with the hardware?
It is an app, free app downloadable on Google Store.
Okay.
I don't know if it is available on App Store. I don't have iPhone.
Okay. Okay, and speaking of security, we would like to invite, if you want to learn more, especially if you're outsourcing or running a business, we encourage you to download our ebook. We actually talk about security and privacy there.
There are several ways wherein your information can also be abused when you're outsourcing. So a very good example of that is on social media. We handle a lot of social media accounts, so we will need access to our clients' accounts. So we would rather you not give us the email and password. There are a lot of tools that allow us access without you sharing passwords. So there's LastPass, there's Hootsuite where you can add team members, so we can do our jobs and not get your passwords or your client's passwords.
And we strongly encourage those who outsource to have a non-disclosure agreement early on, if possible, before the project starts. So it's clear so it will be clear during the exchange what information we would need and what information we don't need to share, because contrary to popular belief, you don't need to share everything when you outsource. A reputable outsourcing company would only ask the information they would need, because we would know that security is important to you, so we will not ask any more than what is necessary.
Yes. And to learn more about it, just download our ebook, Why Outsourcing.
It's like
It's like dating. We're going to give you the link to the ebook on this video. Yeah. And also, please don't forget to follow us on Twitter. So that's, can you see that? There? There. Alright, so that's at Cool CoffeeBot.
We regularly share news, updates, photos every time we have pizza or donuts or bread. We're lucky enough to have a lot of good food places nearby. So maybe every once in a while we'll feature them too. So you get a good idea how often we eat. So thank you, and congratulations to our President Mayor.
President Mayor Duterte.
Okay, so in behalf of everybody here at CoffeeBot, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.